on his podcast earlier.
Wait, you did his show today?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
okay.
a couple hours ago. Yeah,
Nice.
he's awesome. Yeah, he's a good fall.
He is. He's character. He's got a lot of character. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another special edition of The Tasteless Gentleman.
Oh yeah.
After episode 100 comes 101.
Oh yeah.
We got a very special guest today, but I'm going to introduce Dom first.
Hey, shout out to
In
Four
order.
Loco. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
We
indeed.
in there.
Then we have Alex.
I'm here. What up?
And then, of course, Donny O'Malley from VetTV.
Great to be here.
Indeed.
Clap, clap, clap.
And then we have Scoop.
Heidi ho, let's do this.
And then Ziggy, who's just cold chilling.
Where's his jacket? He always has his
It's funny. Someone commented on the last video we uploaded, and they were like, "He must have been so fucking hot that whole show." Scoop bought him like this suit and tie. It's actually quite adorable, but I think he probably enjoys just hanging out and chewing on random
He
shit.
looked alright. He looked professional.
He did.
A young man going to his first job interview.
I like it, man.
It was a full wool jacket, though. It's
So,
like a horse blanket.
on the heels of our last show, I think we got to revisit it because I personally don't remember it at all.
Yeah.
I know Dom doesn't remember it,
Nah.
and I don't know about you two, but he and I remember nothing.
There's a little time traveling going on.
Yeah, there was. It went from noon to like midnight, and I don't know how that happened.
Yeah.
There were In-N-Out burgers at some point.
Yeah.
I ended up at an indoor soccer game afterwards.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I thought you were kidding.
Oh,
You're
no.
dead serious?
Yeah, I went to an indoor soccer game
How-
over at Sports Arena.
How do you just end up at that?
Yeah. He doesn't know he time
You follow
traveled.
the sign that says high school indoor soccer game.
Exactly.
I was
That looks
I
fun.
was at a Denny's and I said, "Excuse me, man, where do the high school girls hang out around here?"
No, but in all seriousness, how the fuck did you end up there?
One of my friends, her mom bailed on her, and she said she had an extra ticket and she was going, so she came and swooped me up.
Were you like already home, ready to pass out on the couch, and then she called you, or you were like on the way
I
home?
was on the way home and I just quickly changed and whenever. Apparently, Landon Donovan plays for this fucking team. Who knew?
Really?
Yeah.
Down here?
Yeah, it was tragic. It was so sad. It was so fucking sad.
Wait, is indoor soccer way small? I don't know anything about indoor soccer.
Yeah, it's like the hockey rink size.
It's like a hockey ring size.
Yeah, it's
And
like,
do they have walls?
Yeah, you can kick it off the wall and everything.
That's cool.
No, that sounds stupid.
That sounds cool.
That sounds stupid. I'm over it already.
I'm picturing like arena football, but with soccer.
Yeah, smaller.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
so like it was just sad. Like Landon Donovan's a fucking like American hero.
He was
of
on like
soccer.
the U.S. national.
Yeah, he was on like a
team or
bunch.
something?
Yeah, bunch
Yeah, I
of
don't know
US
anything
yeah,
about
bunch-
it really.
I can't lie, I don't even know who the fuck you're talking about. But
Me neither. I'm just going with it.
So
Yeah.
he's like he's the biggest name in U.S. soccer history. He's like the record goal scorer for international soccer.
yeah.
Big red hair, right?
No, that was Alexi Lawless.
God damn it.
At least you were in the same. You were in the right sport.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't
Alexi
know.
Lawless was the guy before him. So Landon Donovan came along and he was like he basically helped make soccer popular in the U.S.
And he's playing on a girls' high school team
Intramural,
down here.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, nothing against girls' high school soccer. Right? What is this?
So yeah, he's aging. I think he has some like alimony payments.
Yeah,
You know, he's on the Sean Kemp route where Sean Kemp was like playing basketball in China.
Yeah.
Because he has like 11 fucking kids
Yeah.
by 12 different women.
just sucking and fucking. Dude, Sean Kemp.
All caught up to him.
I did love 90s basketball.
Yes.
He couldn't palm the basketball, so he'd always do that weird thing, but it
women,
looked
yeah.
cool though. You know, and then everyone started
Wait,
doing
where
it.
he cupped
dunking
it?
on my brother.
Where he cupped it?
Yeah,
like
he
that
like
thing?
cupped the ball.
Well, that's
yeah.
just, he got used to just grabbing the pussy from the back.
Oh, of
so
course, yeah.
that's
Like
how-
a bowling ball.
It was a force of habit at that
He
point.
was just windmilling girls after every game. Just in the hotel room, just.
There's a line. There's a line coming into the window.
He does look like a Neanderthal too. He's just coming through, dragging two chicks. Whoa.
Was the windmill Dominique Wilkins? Is that who?
Yeah.
He pioneered that.
Yeah,
That was a good era.
Was it
Yeah.
Dr. J was the one who pioneered it, right?
I mean, who knows? It's been so long.
I remember Dominique
I don't
Wilkins
know,
had
but
some
I
dunk.
found
I
out
don't
Dr. J didn't have a PhD, and that was fucking.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah, right.
Talk
Wait.
about soul crushing.
Wilt Chamberlain, he really did sleep with like thousands of women, right? Yeah, that's true, right?
I heard something over 1,000.
Yeah, I was one
That's
of them.
crazy. Oh, poor young girl.
he drugged you too.
Oh, he didn't need a drug.
That big old god dick. What was he, like 7'2"?
Oh my god.
He was a large male.
I mean, if you're a basketball player, like you're on the road for how many weeks out of the year, and like you have what 1 day, 2 days off in between games. I mean, you're fucking
Yeah.
True.
I don't even know how they travel this much. Just think about going from city to city. I mean, you take one flight to like Washington D.C. You need like days off. You know what I mean? Like, how do they travel this much and play basketball?
In peak physical condition.
I guess so.
Because he's fucking all the time. That's his exercise.
But those dudes are hitting the club like regularly on the
it's
road.
true.
Like if you follow their Instagrams and shit, they don't give a fuck. They just post like whatever shit from like the night before the game out in the club. They don't give a fuck.
I couldn't do it.
Who was the athlete that had the prostitute that farted in her face?
Wait.
Oh, that was
Wait, what?
that wasn't an athlete.
Oh, it was an athlete?
That was Chuck Berry, wasn't it?
It was Chuck Berry.
Wait, where he said to give his asshole a little kiss?
Yeah, he
that was
farted.
Chuck Berry.
Yeah.
Chuck Berry.
That was Chuck Berry.
Wait, so Chuck Berry, he's the artist, right? The blues.
He's the
artist, or-
He's a
the
good
Johnny Be Good.
He was
from
considered
like way back. Like
he was like
60s,
the
right?
originator of the rock and roll guitar.
Yeah.
Didn't he get busted for child trafficking? It was something like that.
Yeah, he was bringing like underage girls on his bus or whatever. Like,
Well, fucking Jerry Lee Lewis in the same era married like his 16-year-old cousin or some shit.
Speaking of underage shit, I don't know if you got. Spoiler alert: Arya Stark has sex on the most recent episode of Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, what was up with that? That was weird.
So like Google spiked to what's the actress's name? I can't remember what her name is. But anyway, so the Google spiked for searches for what her age was.
That's creepy.
Because everybody was like, "Wait, why do I like this?"
That's so creepy.
How old is she though? Really?
She's like over 21 or something. Like
I've
that.
honestly never seen it. I haven't seen Game of Thrones,
But
so I don't.
when like the show first started, she looked like she was like 10 years old.
Because she probably was.
Yeah, probably pretty close. Yeah, but yeah. So by the time this shit happened, she's over over age. But everybody's like freaking out.
That's creepy as fuck.
right.
You know what's funny is we were just watching Coachella the other night,
Oh, the live stream.
the live stream
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Coachella at his house, and this gorgeous girl came on. Her name was Billie Eilish. What was the first thing I fucking Googled? How old is Billie Eilish?
Dude, my buddy,
Before I get weird.
one of my good friends from
Before I start jacking off to her Instagram.
Don't throw a beat. Let me double check.
my buddy manages her. I don't know if he's a tour manager or just a regular manager, but she's young. Yeah, I think she's 17, 16.
No, she definitely is. December 13th.
I just heard that somewhere. I wasn't really checking it out, but I heard.
When I was in high school, like Britney Spears "Hit Me, Babe," that just came out, and we're in the locker room after basketball practice, and our coach was young. He was like 25 or something. I mean, not young enough for this comment, but he was young, And he walks in, and that video's on, and he's like, "Damn, I would hit that." And I'm like, when we're like 15 or something, or 16, we couldn't stop laughing. Like,
Of
dude,
course.
she's 15 or 16 or whatever she was.
I thought
she was young.
I thought she
yeah.
was 18.
No, she was young. Yeah. Fucking hilarious. We never let him live it down. Like the rest of high school, just make fun of him. Fucking creepy.
Going back to Coachella, did you see the video of that dude getting blown in the Ferris wheel?
Yeah. What? Okay. Because you sent it to me. Was that a guy or a girl blowing?
I think it was a girl.
I thought it was a
I don't
dude.
know.
I thought it
Was
was
it
a
a
dude.
dude?
I thought so. That's why when you said there's a famous guy on Instagram. He's a gay dude. James something. James Charles.
I don't know. I can't remember what this tweet said.
Anyway, I was like, is that the guy? Because he's very famous, And I'm like, is that the guy blowing this dude? Like, what is going on over here? Yeah, but all you see, it's like a Ferris wheel, I think, and the sun is kind of in the back, so you see like the silhouette.
It's like it's silhouette of a head. Going.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what's
going after it though.
That zoom was legit.
Yeah.
Like, they were down like good, like a few hundred yards away.
Yeah, that's that new Huawei phone.
It's what's funny is it's probably a couple former Marines who one of the guys was like, "Bro, let me pretend to blow you right now. Let's see if anybody watches."
It'll be funny. Everybody will see
It'll
it.
go viral.
Now they're insta famous.
Yeah. They got to go talk to somebody. Yeah, somebody's talking.
Weren't we talking earlier? Speaking of Insta famous, about some influencer. I fucking hate using that term.
It's a horrible term.
What did she do? She started crying.
Yeah, I'll paraphrase it because I don't. I read the story, but I mean, she's dumb. So she had an account, whatever, like 80,000 followers or something. Good following, and her account got deleted for some hoeings. I don't know what she was posting, like inappropriate shit. You know what I mean? Like, fair enough, you can't
Just pictures of her spread vagina.
Yeah, there's
basically.
rules on here. Anyway, so she gets deleted, and now she makes this YouTube video where she's crying, saying that she can't go back to a 9-to-5 because she doesn't have any skills. Like, this isn't fair for her to go back, to have to go back and work.
That's all of us.
Yeah.
Nobody has skills. Have you ever been in an office before? Fuck. Nobody knows what the fuck they're doing.
Please don't delete this. I'll be destitute in a week. No, but she's crying. And, you know, she's literally saying, I can't go back to work. I don't have any skills. I could never work a 9-to-5. And we were looking at her earlier. It's not like I'm not trying to
She shouldn't have 80,000 followers.
Yeah, but it's like, dude, what is going on here?
Really? She's not that good looking?
No, she's not unattractive, but there are much more attractive women in general and on Instagram for sure.
I'm not knocking her because, I want to make fun of her, but...
Yeah.
I still want a chance to hit it if I ever meet her.
Oh, for
Just
sure.
in case.
Slow down.
Yeah, you gotta leave your options open. Never burn a bridge.
Crack the door an inch at least.
Yeah. Don't make fun of anybody because people change.
Let me windmill that pussy.
Where did she post the video of her crying and whining?
On YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, it could have been a ploy.
Yeah, as we talked about, yeah.
But it also very, very well could be real. I mean, someone crying like that because they lost their account.
Like the girl who cried when she found out that dogs don't like to be hugged. Do you remember that one?
No.
She's like, I hug my dog all the time and he doesn't like it. It was great.
I don't trust any of these after I found out that cat lady one was all fake.
Wait, which cat lady one?
The one where she was like doing like a video for her dating profile online.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
And she like gives her, I like this, I like cats, and then she rambles on about cats for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm sorry, just every time I talk about my cats, I just start crying because I want to adopt all of them, and she's like bawling her eyes out. Turns out she was just an actress who made some fucking like sketch video. But it went viral, and everybody thought she was some crazy cat lady.
Good for her.
In terms of viral shit, like you guys have had videos that have gone viral.
Hell yeah.
Like I remember the first video that I think the first one that I like was really aware of. I've heard of it before. Was that transgender one?
Yep.
That was
which
fun,
was fucking
that shit was hilarious.
I couldn't stop laughing. I'm saying, like, so I used to be in the military. Tom used to be in the military, and it was so fucking funny. It was the funniest fucking thing ever.
Oh, yeah.
It was so fucking funny.
Yeah.
And I kept watching and then kept seeing it over and over.
I kept telling all my homies, like, dude, you gotta check this out. This shit's fucking hilarious. Because I was a Marine, so we all can relate. So that shit was just fucking dead on.
And the thing is, and everything on VetTV is, for if you've been in the military, is fucking spot on.
Yeah.
Like, it just reminds me of being in the military. It's like the shit that people say, the shit people do. You know, you just look at them like, what are you thinking? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know, like this guy we used to roll around with, and we go out to drinking in bars and shit, and he would yell out of the window. He's a guy from Louisiana, and he'd yell, "What that thing smell like?" And he just look at him like, "No, what are you doing? Like, this is not acceptable."
That's sexual assault, brother.
That was a cat call? I didn't even know that at first.
Oh yeah.
I put it together like 10 seconds.
We'd be driving. We were in Mississippi, for some training, and he's like screaming out of the window. He's like, "Nah, the girls down here, they like that." And I'm like, no one likes that,
bro. That's never worked.
Yeah.
Like whistling out of a car too.
What is E40 call those LRPs? Long range pimping.
But yeah, everything I've seen is it's spot on to the military. It really is. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
I remember on one episode, just being in the military and freaking like when like the young Marines be fucking sucking the dick of the fucking gunny or something like that. Like, oh man, they go suck a dick again. And I saw like the Grunt's life. It was fucking. There's a scene where it was like, yeah, you go in there sucking dick, and it was an actual dude like sucking off the seal.
Oh yeah.
That was fucking hilarious and shit. I was like, damn, just to act that out, that shit was fucking funny. Yeah. I love it, bro.
You meet the craziest fucking people, like the weirdest people, the best people, and the worst people.
In the military, yeah.
In the military, you catch them all, dude.
It's the humor of it. That's fucking.
Yeah.
That shit's. I showed a couple people like, I don't get it. And he's like, you fucking suck, man.
Wait, were they ex-military or no?
No, they weren't.
Yeah.
They were just like regular civilians.
Yeah.
Like it was a part where like he had like had a hand like from like an Afghan that he killed, and he like spit on it and he started using it to jack himself. Yeah. Some random ass shit.
Yeah, I could see how that would not appeal to a certain sect of people. Like you have to have a certain sense of humor to be able to appreciate it.
Yeah.
I can't imagine you've never heard that before.
Yeah.
Do you guys get a lot of flack?
Honestly, I don't think nowhere near what I thought we would when I first envisioned this whole thing.
Yeah.
I expected much more. I mean, it's like almost never anymore.
That's
Really?
good.
I mean, Jessica runs social media.
Okay.
He's on PR.
I'll say ask the PR guy.
Yeah. How often do people send us hatred?
For the most part, it's like 80-20.
Okay.
That's a good ratio.
Yeah,
though.
that's
not
about
bad.
right. Yeah, yeah.
It's mostly positive.
Yeah.
All the time.
That's about right. Yeah.
How many death threats per minute?
None?
Yeah.
I'm so surprised.
We made our office.
Well, no, that's because the death threats come in Arabic. And you haven't clicked the
We need to clarify.
click here translate button.
Yeah.
You just get the audio.
Like, I still don't know what that means.
Nice, bro. Nice pipes. Yeah. I mean, 80-20, you know, like positive. That's about right. I mean, I feel like everyone, it doesn't matter anyone on the internet, you're going to get negativity. You're going to get death threats.
That's
We've
inevitable.
gotten them before. I'm
I was
like-
going to ask you because you
Yeah.
get contacted more than all of us.
Jesus.
Have we gotten any lately?
Yeah, nah.
when we first started, we got a lot.
A lot of
flack.
them, yeah.
A lot of it.
They're not targeted anymore. I haven't seen like a targeted one.
Targeted in
My-
what
in
sense?
terms
Like
of,
to
like-
one of us? Or
Yeah,
like-
I'm gonna kill Alex.
Yeah. I haven't seen one of those in a while, but
There's like
yeah.
like screamer accounts that basically like they have a group of people that follow them. And they say go like message this page
Yeah.
or whatever, and then a bunch of people start going, "Oh, you guys fucking horrible!
Yeah,
you should
yeah.
all die!" Like whatever.
Like wait, there was that not GoFund change.org. So way back in the day, somebody started change.org. It had like 10,000 signatures to take down the Tasteless Gentleman.
I didn't know it had that much momentum.
Yeah. And but that's like you're saying, they were sending, so like they had all these people on there and they would send them to the page to report everything.
Yeah.
So, and we were posting nothing that crazy. I mean, it wasn't like I never understand people who get angry about anything on the internet. I just ignore. Oh, I don't like this. And I
My,
just,
my
Yeah, you
favorite,
go on about your day.
my favorite is some dude commented on the YouTube and he's like, "I've watched this for 40 minutes and I haven't laughed once. This
Oh, yeah.
sucks." I'm like, okay.
Yet you still spent 40 minutes waiting to laugh.
It's like the people who listen to Howard Stern, the people who hated him listen
Yeah,
the
of
longest.
course.
yeah.
Go ahead, hate listen. I don't care.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Eyes are eyes.
But like, not only that, like, what am I going to do when I read that? I'd be like, oh, we're just going to shut the page down now, like, because
Yeah.
Joe from fucking Ohio says that we suck. Like,
Yeah.
God damn it, we didn't get him.
Yeah.
It's over now.
I feel like a lot of hate would have came with that Vice documentary that they did on you guys, because I really felt like that was kind of winged towards like, hey, this isn't funny, this is offensive. We need more people to freaking
Be upset
feel-
about
But
it.
it
Be
was
upset
it
about
was
it.
just
Yeah.
like I mean, I don't want to speak for you, but I was going through like I saw the comments or whatever, but I feel like she was pretty chill. Like but I could see the little like
I didn't like her.
I mean
The little bit of bias.
But I mean, I feel like that's the Vice thing. But she
Yeah.
seemed very chill. So I mean, you know better than I do. But
I spoke to her for a year.
Wait, we should give the
Did that.
backstory. Vice did a documentary specifically on VetTV.
Mm-hmm.
When was it released?
Last June.
Okay,
I
so
believe.
close to a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyway, that's what this is about. So go ahead.
Okay, so thank you. The reporter there was introduced to me by a friend and a mentor of mine. She did a piece on him and his company that he started when he
Right.
got out of the Marine Infantry, and he directed her to me, and she loved it the second she saw it.
Okay.
She was like, "Oh my god, this is so fucking cool! I have to do a story on this." And so we spoke. We there's a couple times she had to bail out because she got redirected to other projects. But when she came and did it, she came in with the intention of creating something that would help the business, and that's
Yeah.
exactly what she did. Right. And the reason why a lot of people left with a bad taste in their mouth after watching her was because her and I, by the time we filmed, had become pretty good friends. And we constantly laughed with each other all the
Okay.
time on
Yeah.
set. We were interviewing, we were always laughing.
How long was the filming?
5 days.
Okay.
oh wow, that's what was happening. Yeah.
And so she didn't want to give the appearance of bias
Yeah.
Yeah.
by looking like we were friends. So she went overboard to the other
I
side.
can see
Yeah.
that. Yeah. I can see that.
And to us, to the people who we hope to be paying customers, the side that she was on really didn't even matter because she presented the information very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
And-
did. Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Either way, it was a huge help to the business.
Yeah.
Enabled us
funny.
to grow.
No press is bad press. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah,
I mean,
never.
But I was sitting there like, fuck her, man. That shit is funny.
unless you're R. Kelly.
That's the only bad
Like
press.
child fucking is not good
Yeah.
press. It's not good for business.
The only time that I was actually like legitimately annoyed was when there was a scene where she's talking to two female, you know, I don't know if they're vets or current, you know, active duty or whatever, but they're talking and she's like, well, you know, like kind of explaining the humor is a little, and I'm sitting there thinking like, would you go to this is kind of like the analogy. Like, would you go to a black club and get mad that they're dropping N-bombs? Like, no, this isn't for like you can.
It's not for you.
Yeah, it's not for you. Now, if you want to come and enjoy it, you're more than welcome. If you get the humor, you don't mind N-bombs. Yeah, but you can't go in the black club and then complain that there's N-bombs. Like, it's not for you specifically.
But
you know
I feel
what I mean?
like you just hit the nail on the head with that's the internet.
Right? Yeah. That's a good point.
That is the internet.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm here, therefore I have a right to
Yeah.
say something.
That's a good point.
I think the big difference is like the dividing line was like, are you going to pay the entrance to go into a comedy club and watch the comedy show? And now it's just fucking there in front of you. So people think
Also
they
true.
have a right to
Yeah.
be like, well, it's there, so I should definitely comment and be mad about it.
But I wouldn't go on the View, you know, their YouTube channel, like, fuck you old fucking bags, you know, fuck you bitches, I hate your opinions.
Because I just
move
don't
on.
care. Yeah, like, until I start taking what I do to like your domain, then you shouldn't complain. Like, you know, it'd be one thing if I told like an abortion joke at a comedy club, and it would be an entirely different thing if I walked to like the Planned Parenthood and like got up on like a loudspeaker and went like, all right, so how do you guys like abortion jokes? You know what I mean? Like, you would have every right to be upset at that, like at me doing that.
That'd be a great video, though.
It would be.
That'd go viral.
Virality.
Guaranteed.
Well, yeah, we'll pull up. We'll get you on like a flatbed truck. You know what I mean? So easy, quick getaway.
You need a megaphone too, for sure.
So you guys like dead baby jokes, huh?
Yeah, you need to get out of there crazy quick. Like those black. Remember we were talking about? So I don't know if you guys have ever seen them, but the black Israelites. They're like this crazy
Militant,
They're
bro.
militant. They all look like cartoon superheroes. They dress super crazy.
The Boondocks.
And they're just like screaming at everybody who walks by. They're
Everyone.
super angry about everything.
I didn't get it.
I'm pretty sure they even hate black people.
Oh, you know they hate black
Oh,
people.
yeah, definitely.
They hate black people. They hate white people.
So who do they not hate? Just black Israelites?
I think
Yeah.
you have to be. I don't know, but that's what it seems like.
Either you're with them or against them.
Yeah, and they're very angry.
Very, at all times.
They literally go to sleep angry. I picture them grinding their teeth in their sleep, just wanting to wake up in the morning so they can yell shit.
And they probably do stupid shit like kung fu. You know, they practice kung fu like in the basement with each other.
with their fucking knee pads.
Yeah, ready to fight.
Swinging bamboo sticks at shins.
I never understood that. Because you'll go to like you'll see like martial arts and they're hitting the shins. You know, like would you pay for that?
Yeah, people do.
I was going to say there are a lot of people who pay for that
Fair
shit.
enough. Fair. But I mean, like you're going to learn a martial art and you show up and they start kicking you in the shins and
But
like
that's body hardening, though. You know what I mean?
Is
it's
it
like,
though?
I mean, I guess.
It deadens the nerves.
Yeah.
Does it really?
Yeah.
I know rolling it out does, you know, because they do that, but hitting it too.
Absolutely,
Aren't there
man.
those like those wooden sticks that you kick too? Like they stand up. Like,
I'm just
Yeah.
I'm envisioning blood sport, like when he's training.
The
Or dropping the coconuts on his abs.
That's a great one.
I'm envisioning Hot Shots when he takes the glue on the things and pulls out the gummy bears.
Oh yeah. That's a good movie. Who that was? What's his face? Charlie Sheen.
Charlie
right?
Sheen,
Yeah. Where's he at? Tiger Blood.
That's a good question.
What happened to Tiger
He
Blood?
went back to Mars.
They came back down and took him. That's a good question, though.
Yeah, I don't even remember the last thing he was in.
I mean, I think
He
he's
was
laying
winning
low.
and then he disappeared.
Wasn't he supposed to do like a Major League 3 or some shit like that? I don't know.
Shit, you know more than I do.
I don't know.
I just remember hashtag winning
Yeah.
and then Tiger Blood.
He was
Man.
all over the internet.
Wasn't he fucking Brie Olson, the porn star?
Yes, yeah. Okay, so I kind of remember this story. So he was fucking the porn star. Then she claimed that he gave her AIDS.
Wait, but he had he had women at his house. Didn't he call them angels or something?
Yeah, he had a harem, kind of like R. Kelly.
Yeah.
But they're of age.
Yeah, but not all of them from
Details,
Yeah.
Dom, details.
I don't want to bring up too much.
Touchy subject.
Gets a little bit weird. We start talking underage. I don't know.
Sensitive.
So yeah, he's gone. Then he's gone.
He's gone.
Charlie Sheen's gone.
That's the thing is once that happens, you just kind of like remember when Tom Cruise fucking melted down for a little bit.
Yep.
And you just go away.
Yeah.
and then eventually you're back.
Yeah.
It's like Dave Chappelle. He took off and did nothing for a
Well-
few years. Now he came back and he's doing comedy again.
Dave Chappelle just took off because he had a bunch of money and wanted to smoke weed.
Yeah.
Oh, Tom Cruise he's over there freaking Coronado filming fucking Top Gun. The new
They're
Top
making
Gun.
another one?
Yeah.
Really?
He's all at the base.
Oh, that's
fucking-
official.
That's official.
Is this the
It's
one
like
where
he's there right
Is this
now?
the one where he finally comes out? Just playing with the boys.
The most homoerotic scene in any movie ever.
I mean, we should
Well, not ever, but
we should definitely do an episode out of Kansas City Barbecue, the where they shot the piano scene when that movie comes out.
Yeah. Well, you never close your eyes.
No, not that one.
Not that one?
That one was in Miramar.
Wasn't that You Shake My Nerves
Is it
and
Me
You
Rattle
Rattle?
My- yeah,
that
where-
was Chuck Berry, I think. Isn't that his song? Speaking of Chuck Berry,
I don't know.
Kiss My Asshole.
If I can get the whiff of his fart, then I'll know.
Reminds me of childhood.
That's funny.
I fucking love Top Gun. I'm glad they're making a second one.
Yeah,
I love that shit
definitely
so much. Alex was he was shaking his head like you don't like it.
I mean, it's such an awful fucking movie, but it also resembles the time and what those movies were like.
Wait, you think the original's awful?
Oh, it's a horrible fucking movie.
Oh, I think it's amazing.
it is. No, I'm not saying like it is. It's amazing and it's awful at the same time. But that's
Alright.
but that's what those movies were like back then.
Yeah, all movies back then were kind of bad.
Yeah,
I used to rock that Kenny Loggins soundtrack every fucking day.
Who rocks Kenny
In
Loggins?
a tape player. When I had it on tape, the Top
Who
Gun
is
soundtrack.
what other song?
Kenny Loggins did like the whole, and Kenny Loggins and Cheap Trick were like that whole soundtrack.
I don't know Cheap Trick.
Really?
Well, who was the band that did Just Playing with the Boys?
I don't know.
Wasn't it the,
Union of the Snake.
Are you sure that was it?
I think that's the name of the song.
Oh,
Right?
I thought you were kidding.
No,
I
you-
think pulled that name out of your ass.
No, no.
I think the band is Union of the Snake.
Yeah, that's something like that.
yeah, something. Like,
I'd never
Union
heard
of
that.
the Snake. I mean, not there's anything wrong with it, but how fucking gay is that? Union of the Snake.
Well, then it's perfect for that scene.
that is the most homoerotic scene. in
It's-
movie
How many of
history.
those bands were all fucking each other? But you know, like think about
The leather pants and shit.
yeah, all those like hair metal bands.
And
Like Motley Crue?
and Elton
Yeah.
John and all
Yeah,
them. Like,
Kiss,
Yeah, they're just doing weird shit, just jerking each other off on
doing
the tour
cocaine
bus.
and fucking.
But I think those guys fucked so much and so often that you just start doing weird shit because you can. You're like, I haven't fucked a dude
well,
yet. I'm just gonna do it.
Wasn't
was Eddie Murphy.
Marlon Brando
Yeah.
was fucking who was the fucking comedian? The one that died.
Oh, Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor, yeah.
Yeah,
Marlon
yeah.
Brando was fucking Richard
Yeah,
Pryor, yeah.
yeah.
Like on the regular.
On the regular, yeah. And the wife. So what was it? Marlon Brando's wife.
No,
said
it was
Richard Pryor's wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, and her quote was something like, we're doing a lot of drugs back then. Shit
Yeah, it
happens.
was Quaaludes.
Yeah, Quaaludes.
Quaaludes, oh, it was so fucking good. When somebody said something about Marlon Brando, like you couldn't he would fuck a radiator or some shit like that.
I mean, it's Marlon Brando. Fuck, I'm sure he probably did.
I don't think
Anything.
anyone will ever have that conversation about we were doing a lot of drugs back then. He was just like fucking everybody. Like I'm glad that won't be.
No, yeah, and drugs are weird now. Like they actually like kill you like quick.
Yeah. Right.
Like here, you want to try this moon rock? Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Sniff some of this fentanyl.
Yeah, man. That takes all the fun out of doing drugs. Shit.
Yeah, when you hear the stories of the old rock stars, they were talking about doing drugs for like weeks or months on end.
Yeah,
You don't
nonstop.
hear that now.
I just watched that Motley Crue
Dirt?
movie, The Dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking wild.
Yeah, I couldn't watch it.
Nice.
No.
I got bored. I really did. I was just like,
The shit where like Ozzy Osbourne is drinking his own piss on the fucking.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Like when you're at the point where you're drinking your own pee and snorting ants, it's like you look at a dude, you're like, I've never fucked. I'll fuck a dude, sure.
What? Does anyone know what piss tastes like? Does anyone know? Like, has anyone tasted?
That's a good question. We
Yeah.
could do round robin. Dom, have you ever drank your own urine?
is it piss or is it Miller Lite?
Where's Bear Grylls when you need it?
When I was a freshman in high school, some senior dudes got me super fucked up.
Oh no!
And,
oh no!
like,
this is
this
gonna
is a
take
first
a turn.
time. This is a first time story, by the way. I
Oh,
don't
he
ever
got his
remember hearing
butthole
this.
touched.
No, thank God. Thank God. Not that time. No, so I got like super fucked up. And so it was this girl that I know. We had a bunch of friends over. She was in my grade. And then her sister was a senior. So then it was a bunch of her friends over. And I got super fucked up. And I was like puking. And they poured a big ass glass. It was like half beer and half piss, I guess. And like put me
At
out.
least they had the decency to mix
so-
it with
to
beer.
mix it with yeah.
Fuckers.
And then so like I was just fucked up, and they're like, oh, we're gonna do like a chugging contest or whatever, and they fucking I was like, I was in that mode, And I just chugged it and then just immediately went to the pool and just started puking.
Yeah, well, at least you fucked their pool up. They deserve it.
I always remember like one of the dudes who like I actually knew, like not like really well, but I knew him kind of well. Like you could tell he felt like super guilty.
Yeah.
Like immediately after he's like, that's fucked up.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he's still pissed in the glass.
I've definitely done some stuff where after,
totally.
you know, like I feel bad about that.
I remember we were at a party and we all pissed in a fucking beer bong, and this dude was out back, and we were like, hey Matt, like you want to do a beer bong? And he like came in, and so everybody in the room knows we all pissed in it.
So
and
rude.
so
Dude.
so he fucking goes up and he drinks the whole fucking thing, and everybody's like, oh my god, and they're like oh, like doing this, and he gets up, he's like, yeah, and starts running around.
Was this before or after you drank piss?
After.
That's why you let him go.
the payback.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever
Pay it
consumed
forward.
urine. Not knowingly. I definitely never drank urine.
No Bear Grylls situation.
Donnie, urine?
I want to say that I have on an accident.
See, I immediately thought like, okay, female ejaculate is allegedly some urine, so if you ever tasted that,
I don't know,
it's
we got-
possible.
Oh
We got
yeah.
a lady in the room. She's saying it.
Hey,
inaccurate.
that's why I said allegedly. I have not scientifically tested the theory.
She's confirmed.
Fill up
False.
a cup and I will chug it on the show.
That's true. That's true. Wait, okay. To the lone female in the room, it's not urine.
It's not.
It's not.
They
Okay.
do say there's a little bit that's
Yeah,
not getting
yeah.
because it's like right next
Yeah,
to
because
each
it's in
other,
the same area.
but
Sure.
It comes from two different places.
That's what I always thought. But you
Yeah.
read numerous stories that say you're drinking piss.
No.
Or you're getting pissed on.
You also read stories that say pee is stored in the balls.
Yeah.
So.
But that's science.
Anyway, I want to hear your urine.
Is this a survival story or is
This one, I was kind of trying to survive.
Define survival.
It was kind of a waterboarding situation. It was Wednesday. Chick was peeing on me. It was whatever. And,
Waterboard Wednesdays?
Yeah.
Of course, standard Wednesday.
That's a great night at a bar.
That's when
Yeah.
all the girls come over and they just pee on me.
Yeah. It was about 3:45 in the afternoon. And no.
Yeah, you don't want to be too late. You gotta get up early.
Please continue with this. I'm very curious now.
Yeah, it started out as this really fucking hammered situation.
Yeah.
That's how they start.
And
Oftentimes.
and I threw out there, I don't even know how it came out, but I used to do this with my buddies
Well, it came out of her vagina.
as a joke. Yeah. No, I threw out there like, you want me to piss on your face, or just as a joke.
Yeah.
I've never had any interest in peeing on a chick.
Yeah.
But I was throwing it out there as a joke, and she gave me this really excited look like, okay.
Oh,
And,
Waterworks.
And I was like I wasn't sure if she was kidding or not.
Yeah.
She was like, come on, let's go. She's like, let me pee in your face. I'm like, no, let me pee in your face. And she was like, okay. And I was like, okay.
Shit, I didn't expect that to go that well.
No, I'm looking at my buddy, another lieutenant in the Marine Corps at the time, and I'm just like, well, I can't bitch out now.
yeah, you can.
So I give her this
once
look
you're
like,
there.
yeah, let's fucking go. And then we get in the bathroom, and then I lay down in the tub, and she squats on top of me.
This is too clean for me to enjoy it.
No, this is
In the
perfect.
tub.
Well, I mean, either that or you got to get the rubber sheets, and that's a pain in the
This
ass.
should be on your
Yeah.
bed.
Okay, so wait, she's squatting over you in the tub,
She was squatting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
like chest area, ab
chest.
area.
No, so
What that thing smell like?
so she let a fire hydrant loose.
Really? So she had to
Onto my-
piss badly.
I'm like this, like flexing my abs.
Feeling the pressure.
Yeah. And it is going all over my face.
Was she into it though? Like really enjoying it, or was it more like a humorous time and place thing?
No, it was more humorous.
Okay.
So she was giggling the whole time.
Yeah.
Because there are those who truly do enjoy such things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would have thought
Like,
that
who
I happen to be one of them?
This is how
Who
you
would've thought?
This is how you learn things about
I was
yourself.
saying, a little chub there. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm getting a little hard thinking about it.
It happens.
Little 6 to midnight situation.
I'm at like 10. When I get to the end of the story, though, I'll be at midnight. No, I'll be asking one of the guys in this room to finish it off.
Hey,
bro, you mind? Real quick?
Somebody get him a warm towel.
Yeah. I'm gonna like, bro, I've been fucking a lot of chicks lately. Do you mind?
Real quick, you know.
Hey, time and place.
I don't ever touch my own dick. I'm not gay.
Not to be gay or anything, but you want to suck it off
Real quick.
So she's spraying you with urine.
She's pummeling me, waterboarding me.
She's like force streaming it on you. It's not like the normal trickle, is what you're saying.
It's the most intense stream I've ever felt.
Wow.
Actually, no, I've ever seen. I should say. It's my first one I ever felt. And so, anyways, I'm like, God, I'm holding my hands up like this, and I look at my buddy. And he leaves me looking. He goes, "Is it worth it, bro? Is it worth it?" He said it in the most beautiful way. And I
That's such a phenomenal
you want to know who
one-liner.
the real winner is him.
Oh, totally, 100%.
Yeah.
He was. But I looked at him and I said, "It's gonna be." And when she was done, I had to shower off for a good 13 minutes, and then I chugged like 16 cups of water in the bathroom sink.
Of course, because now it's game on.
Now it's game on.
You gotta get her.
And I was like, okay, now we wait. And she was like, no, I'm not giving you fucking forever. She's like, I forget what she said. She's got like, you got 10 minutes.
You're in the kitchen
and I'm out of
eating
here.
asparagus.
Eating diced pineapples.
some beet so it comes out red.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, well, she's not getting out of this fucking place without me peeing on her in return.
It's getting creepy. I like it.
And I'm not going to
I need to leave.
Yeah.
Like, you're not
Locks the
leaving.
door.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to avoid. So I'm like, I'm going to stick to her time hack.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
She said 10 minutes. Okay, fuck it. So when it was my turn, she goes. So she didn't lay down like I did. She kind of sat up, like kind of sat upright.
Yeah.
In the back of the tub.
She's done this before.
And I think so.
This is not her first golden
And
shower.
she goes, "Don't you dare fucking piss on my face."
Yeah, she's been there before.
And I was like, "Oh no, I'm
not a heathen.
Yeah, I'm not interested in pissing on your face."
Have
I
you
just wanna
ever
piss
seen
in
how
your-
much pisses around a urinal? There's no way this isn't in your face.
It's true.
So I started letting go just a little bit, and then I kind of. You ever done one of these when you take like a big breath in? And I went right in the face, and she goes, "You motherfucker!" And she pushed her hand up to hit me, or no, she was like, "I'll grab your fucking dick off," and I was like, "Okay," and she was like, "Not one more time."
She's like, just finish,
And then
please.
so I continue finishing, and all I could think about is, should I do just one more time?
Yes.
Should I fucking do
like
it?
my dick.
Yes, I
This would
should.
be epic.
I did not do one more time.
I mean, I think it was it was a good calculated risk, you know. You had a little assessment
I'm
there.
impressed that you could force yourself to urinate, even though you really hadn't had time to let all that water you
Yeah.
drank settle.
Dude, it was willpower
Yeah.
at that point. I'm like, she's getting fucking hosed.
Determination and grit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had
I need this for my own self-esteem. She's got to get hosed.
Hey, you pulled it off.
And I'm not
impressed.
into this shit.
Yeah.
I probably I should not have even said those words just now. Fuck.
We've said way worse.
I'm on this big anti-misogyny kick lately.
yeah.
And there's this podcast
What are you
clip.
talking about? That was equality. You both peed on each other.
Totally equality. Yeah.
Totally, that's fair.
Yeah.
It's just that clip I'm scared of. But
Yeah.
no, you're right. It was totally equality.
equal,
I
yeah.
was-
It happened, you know.
That would needed to happen exactly the way it did. Just mutual respect. We shook hands afterwards,
You guys
bought each other a beer.
You guys shared
Good.
streams.
It's a business transaction. That's all it is.
This douchebag I went to high school with was down visiting, and he was making fun of one of my friends who had like a widow's peak because he's getting the receding hairline on the two sides.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh man," he's like, "I just want to shave off the widow's peak so it just shows your like balding hairline or whatever." He's not making these stupid jokes.
Yeah.
Good dick.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, I'm suffering over here,
Yeah.
bro. Like, what the fuck?
Kick me when I'm
So
down.
he's
Yeah,
like-
please.
He's like, "All right, I will shave my widow's peak off if you let me piss on your leg." And he's like,
Fair.
"All right, yeah, I'll do that." And so my buddy starts drinking. Like he has like 240s with him, and he holds it all in for like until he gets the 240s down. Like however much time later, it's probably like good like 2 hours have passed and he hasn't pissed yet. And he's like, "Dude, are you gonna do it or what? Are you gonna do it or what?" He's already shaved off the widow's peak.
Oh, yeah. So.
And yeah, he's like, "All right, well, we're gonna go to the bars. Are we gonna do this? You gotta piss on my leg already." And so finally, like right before we go to the bars, he like whips it out on the back deck and he pisses for like 5 fucking minutes on his leg.
That's a lot of pee.
And then we go to the bars and he puts a hat on. And so he starts like trying to make jokes like to like, you know, to like random girls. Oh, look at his widow's peak. Take the hat off. Look at the widow's peak. And he's like, dude, I pissed on your leg.
Yeah.
He's like, my hair is going to grow back in like a day. I'm always going to have pissed on your leg.
In boot camp, I remember peeing in like one of those water bowls.
Yeah.
Because I had to go bad, and I'm not telling the
Wait,
drill
what did you
instructor.
piss in?
It's like these little water canteens.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
just straight
You gotta
green.
carry 'em.
Yeah, you
Got
gotta
it,
carry 'em. You
man.
got 2 of them.
Yeah.
Well, I dumped the water out of one, peed in one, and then like traded with somebody else and just kept it moving.
You savage. You fucking
Dom.
savage.
It was either that or get killed.
Whoa, Blue Falcon of the fucking Year award goes to this guy.
That's way worse than what I did.
He didn't even hesitate either.
You gotta film that sketch.
Yeah.
Based on a true story.
100% true.
We actually do need to include that now in one of our shows.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like
all
it. Definitely
of our
did that.
shows, the reason you guys appreciate it is because we hear shit like that and we're like, okay, it's got to go in a show, and it does.
Yeah.
That's good.
All the
though.
stuff is rooted in truth.
Yeah, I definitely got a couple scenarios that actually happened that we could kind of spin a little bit, especially in Japan.
You
definitely had some Japan.
I'm still reeling from this. You filled up a fucking canteen with your own piss and just like switched it with somebody
That's
else.
so
I
cold-blooded.
just put it in, and you know what I mean?
Cold.
I had to go.
I know, but that's cold.
I had to go, but I was shook, bro.
How many sips do you think that dude got into until he realized it wasn't water?
Oh man, this has got. So I was in a meeting when I was in the military. I was in a meeting and I'm sitting there, and you know I'm the lowest guy in the meeting, and I had a coffee and I had to grab something from one of the offices. I run over to the office, come back, and so I had my coffee cup was sitting there. I left it. Well, while I was gone, the guy that was sitting next to me, he was my chief. He's sitting next to me and he starts spitting in it,
Ugh.
like using it as a spitter. And I was in the CB, so everyone's dipping. Every single person has dip, you know what I mean? So I didn't know who it was. So anyway, I grab the thing and I take a sip, and I'm realizing I don't think I had mint coffee like as I'm taking the sip, and it hit me like as I start to kind of swallow. I'm
that's
like,
skull,
what
baby.
the fuck is that
Copenhagen.
Yeah, and no one would fess up to. I was fucking pissed. I mean, I stood up. I like lost all milli. I was like, "What the fuck?" And I stood up, like, "What is this shit?" And everyone's all, "Oh!" And then one of the dudes finally, he was like, "My bad. I thought you were done with it." Like, come on, but like, you got to be sure here.
There are two things that are dangerous, and when I was in college, it happened all the time. Was shoe cups, and fucking bottles of like cups or bottle water.
Cigarette butt fucking bottles.
and then water bottles or cups of vodka.
Yeah,
and
water. Yeah.
Where you wake up in the morning, you're just like, oh, thank God. And you
That's the worst thing ever.
Vodka.
Ever. When you're that hungover and all you want is
you
some
just wanna
water.
Die, yeah.
If anytime it's not what you think it's gonna be, it's a shock to the system.
I'm surprised like you didn't vomit.
I was sick the rest of the day.
Oh, you were? Okay.
Dude, I was playing. I was at a basketball game and fucking, you know what I mean, balling all day. You know,
Drinking Sprites.
Yeah, coach finally pulled me out, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm tired." I just reached down and just grabbed like, you know what I mean, a cup I thought was Gatorade. Fucking took a swig, and that shit was like straight spit. Just put it down. I just say shit. I was like, motherfucker.
Like dip spit?
No. Just like fucking, just someone just spitting. You know what I mean?
Just randomly spitting in a
in
cup?
yeah.
I mean, you can't spit on the court.
Yeah, exactly. Can't spit on
Actually,
the court,
you can.
so
I mean,
That's when they spit. People do it all the time. They spit on the court and
then wipe with the shoes.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was probably my fucking, when I was.
Dude, that
pissing
makes me
and
sick
fucking-
thinking about,
it
like,
was terrible.
thick and
that was
warm.
karma.
Yeah, that was
Coming
definitely
back
karma. Yeah, from
for
when I
that
pissed.
fucking
Oh, yeah.
canteen.
So there you go. We're all even. Karmically
now.
speaking, you're
Yeah,
good,
yeah,
dude. Yeah,
0-0.
you're fine. You're fine. It's an even playing field. You're back to
But
fucking.
yeah, that shit was terrible, man. That was fucking pretty embarrassing.
Horrible.
So should we move into fecal matter now? Or?
That's next.
Yeah.
I was just trying.
I feel like that's the next logical step.
I was just thinking about. I mean, this has nothing to do with spit or anything, but getting fucked over in the military. So and this is boot camp as well. So when I was in boot camp, one of my rack mate, we in the Navy boot camp, they have like racks, and you have like a rack mate or whatever, right? So he took a live bullet from live fire, which is like totally not okay. Everyone knows this, right? Like I didn't know this. I had no idea. So, every couple of days when you're in boot camp, they toss everything and they go through all your shit. You come back and they yell at you and you do push-ups until you die, So, we come back and everything's, whatever, destroyed. I think his name was, it was De La Rosa. And they're like, De La Rosa, Taylor, front and center. Like, when we get back, I'm like, oh, shit. Because I never got called out for anything. The dude called me Big Worm, like, hey, Big Worm, get over here. That's what he always called me. So, when he said my name, I'm like, oh, shit, like, this isn't good. And and then they're like interrogating us in front of everybody. I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
So they don't tell you why right away at all, or do they even? They were
talking about live fire, and I didn't take it. I have no idea what the fuck, and I don't even know this guy. Mm-hmm. It's not like he sleeps below me, but he's not like my buddy.
Like chums.
I don't even talk to this dude. And so they're like, you guys are gonna get kicked out. Like basically that's what they're saying. You guys are gonna get kicked out. It's like, well, I didn't do anything. Like, I got nothing to do with this fucking dude. So they send us it's all scare tactics. Like, they're not kicking anybody out. So they send us down. And so for the next, when you're in boot camp, you're already super sleep deprived, just in general. That's how they do it. So for the next 3 weeks, we had to go meet with they have like pre-SEALs, like those guys are going to go to the SEAL program. Before they do PT before everyone else in the morning. So we had to go swim every day with those dudes for 3 weeks. Oh, and like basically it was like if we didn't finish, then they were going to kick us out, quote unquote. At the time, I thought that was real. Now knowing I could have just faked an injury.
You were swimming for your life.
Like once I was like E5, I'm like, yeah, my knee hurts. I'm not running today. Fuck y'all. Like if I'd have known what I knew back then, like
I remember towards the end, like you weren't even going in.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I had a special hookup. Yeah, I didn't go in for like 3 months.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah. And that was, but I wasn't even on terminal. And for like 3 months, I only texted my superior, and that was it. Damn. Every morning, it was the best. I was playing golf on Coronado.
Living the dream.
Oh man, I was hanging out. I was like, hey, if they see me, they're supposed to be at work too. So let's play 18 holes, baby.
I mean, that's valid.
That's valid. Like, nobody's looking for me.
And we had a guy that was kind of on the same thing, but he had to check in every day. Fucking while we
show
were at PT.
up.
Yeah, he had to at least show up, and he'd come in his car. So little do we fucking know, like he'd have his fucking uniform on. He's like, hey, I'm here, you know what I mean? Stay in his car. Like, all right, cool, go. This motherfucker, one day, our sergeant's like, nah, motherfucker, get out. He's like, oh, Sergeant Buddy. He's like, nah, get out. And he got out. He just had his top on and just fucking basketball shorts. That shit was so fucking funny, man.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say for a second he was shirt cocking it.
That guy's a genius. Until that happens.
In front of everyone. That shit was so funny,
Oh,
man.
man, that's so embarrassing.
Shout out to Jenkins, man. He watches the show, man. That's my guy.
And especially in that situation, you're in front of so many people. Like when shit like that happens and there's like 500 people there or whatever, you're like, fuck.
Definitely fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I remember I used to ride my bike to work and I was late to PT. And, it was all good. Like I wasn't going to get in trouble, but I go to like get my bike and then, feet are clipped in and I go to click out and it was stuck and I just fell in front of everybody. Like, fuck! They're all in formation and I'm just like trying to get off my bike. Like, oh, I'm here. And I'm like, clamp,
making all kinds of noise and shit.
And I didn't even want to look. Like, everyone's laughing. I'm just like, I'm not even looking.
Big tree. Big tree fall hard.
Yeah, I just put the bike away. I didn't look at anybody. Walked to my spot.
That's the move.
Like, fucking bullshit.
That's the move.
It's so embarrassing.
Because as soon as they saw you, they're like, who's this fucking biker door?
Yeah. Oh, they'd always give me shit. See,
fucking
the thing
faggot.
is, yeah, exactly, yeah. But the thing about being a big dude, though, is that they only talk so much shit.
Sure.
Yeah, it only goes so far because, anything in the military can turn not military very quickly.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you get kicked out for sure. Like, I'm not like fighting people, but that could happen. We've all seen it. Like, people getting a fist fight all of a sudden. You're like, whoa, what happened to rank and shit? I thought we were playing rank stuff. Why are you guys fighting?
I was walking to the store the other day, and this probably hasn't happened to me in fucking forever. Like, so I have like a backpack that I'll use if I'm going to the store just to get a few things because you got to pay to get bags here now. So I got this backpack on, and I'm walking to the grocery store, which is like 3 blocks away. And this dude drives by and he leans out the window. He's like, "Nice backpack, fag."
What the fuck?
And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
Like 2 or 3 weeks ago. That's like the shit I used to do in high school. We used to call it ripping.
Right.
I mean, when you run out of material, you got to find something.
I know, right?
Nice hat, douchebag.
Yeah, that's like a joke out of '94.
Yeah.
You know,
Someone in there called me a fag.
If you're over the age of 11, you should not be saying such things.
Yeah.
The
Or if
drive-by.
you're playing Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's valid.
That was brutal back in the day. Those video games online on Xbox.
Fuck
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it is now.
Oh, it
I just
still
don't
is.
play. I don't
Yeah.
know. But
I heard it is.
yeah, just brutal. I mean, out of nowhere, N-bomb this. I'm like, I didn't even
I'm
say
killing
anything.
N-bomb.
How did they know?
How did he know?
How did they know?
Of the color black.
Yeah, I was like, nice shot, bro. And he's like, fuck you.
And I'm on here using my white voice.
Yeah, what the fuck is going on here? Like, just so crazy.
Yeah.
So crazy.
I got a nephew that's into that fucking just being up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, just drinking Mountain Dew and just shit talking. And
Why
just
is it
playing
always
Call of
Mountain
Duty.
Dew?
I don't know, man. That's
It keeps you going.
It's like Surge. It's just
Yeah.
what kids drink.
Yeah.
Bring Surge back.
Yeah. I remember I used to drink Frappuccinos.
Frappuccinos?
Yeah, we used to steal them from 7-Eleven and just stay up all night. Woo! And when you're like a little kid, I mean, one Frapp at 240 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah, might as well done 8-ball blow.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you could push a car over at that point. You don't give a fuck. Yes, let's go. And then at 3 a.m., you
Crash.
crash. It's all sugar. I love it. I love. What were you talking about earlier? The Florida thing, Alex?
Oh yeah, I forgot about
There was, and this is relevant to everything I've said about birds, by the way.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
For those who still don't know, Alex has a significant fear of birds.
Pussy.
It's a legitimate fear of birds. There was a, how do you say it, Bradley? A
Cassowary.
cassowary killed a guy in Florida.
What is a cassowary?
Cassowary. I think it's a bird from Australia.
It's
I don't
basically
know.
like
I'm not an ornithological
It's
expert.
basically a raptor.
But is it like 3 feet tall?
It's a non-flight bird.
Is it the one with the big beak?
I mean, it's like it's not like as big as an ostrich, if that's what you're thinking.
No. But it's maybe like 3.5
It's a tall.
feet.
It's a big bird.
Yeah,
Like
it's
it
a
could
big
beat
bird.
the shit out of
Gray?
a kid pretty easily.
Gray bird.
I think so. Yeah.
It basically fucking disemboweled the dude.
I know the one you're talking about. It
I
looks
think
like
they
the
have
devil.
talons, like pseudo talons.
Yeah,
on
they
their
showed the
fucking feet.
talon. It's like it's like literally like a raptor claw.
Yeah. I think I know the one you're talking about. It's really scary looking.
Yeah, those
and it
things
has
will
like
fuck
the
you.
craziest yellow eyes, and they're really big. They're like 3 feet tall.
This guy.
Oh no, that's not what I was thinking of. Damn.
That's what I thought it was.
So wait, that thing?
Yeah.
You
I
could
mean, how much
boot
of a
that thing
how
across
much
the
of a
room.
bitch you got to be to get killed by it? What? How was he 90?
I didn't see his age, but I think he was about the size of the Rock.
Dude, you could that fucking bird.
now I
I would
got it.
punt that thing across the room.
Now I got to see what the fuck happened.
Until you
When
get
did
that
this
talon
happen?
in your fucking gut,
When did this happen?
like a few weeks ago.
And he got killed. He literally got disemboweled
Yeah.
by a fucking bird. That's the worst. I mean, there are a lot of shitty ways to go. That's pretty bad though.
That's pretty fucking bad.
Just a bird stomping on you.
That's-
just talon stomping you.
He was 75. He was breeding
There you
them,
go. Yep.
and he fell down. And when he fell, the bird was
Get
like,
him, boys.
"Here's my chance."
Dude, it's like the Velociraptors in Jurassic Park. Can you imagine they just fucking all converge on you and eat you?
Here's the thing that's stupid is the Raptors would have looked like that fucking thing.
Yeah.
How bad would Jurassic Park have been if they looked like that?
Yeah, it would have been bad if they were goofy birds and they had colorful little
With, like, weird feathers coming out everywhere.
like giant peacocks.
Nobody would have been scared of that shit.
Fuck these things.
I mean, 75 though. Did he at least kill a few of them? Like he had to go out swinging, right?
He went down, and he just never got up.
oh man, I mean Florida man.
Yeah,
You gotta expect the crazy in Florida.
Exactly.
He was also smuggling meth in their rectums.
Yeah. So it's a bunch of birds high on fucking meth.
Oh my god! Have you guys watched that Cocaine Island documentary?
No,
yet?
I was curious about that though. Is
It
it
is
good?
like, it is the most Florida fucking story you will ever watch in your entire life. So this shit, this dude was, I think he owned like a bunch of homes before the recession, before the housing market collapsed.
Yep.
So like his like all his wealth like went away immediately, and so he had to like move down to like basically one house. And then they were in like a trailer or some shit like that. And so all these people that were hurting from the recession in Florida were living in this community, and they couldn't afford to do anything really.
Yeah.
So
This is 2008 ish,
yeah.
or is it 2000 whatever that other one in 2001?
the 2008
Okay, yeah.
And so this dude who's like a hippie who wouldn't even like wear shoes or anything like that said that when he was living in like Puerto Rico or like an island, like a little smaller island where Puerto Rico is, said that he had found like 2 kilos of coke while he was fishing or walking along the beach or something like that.
That's a come up.
Florida thing.
Come up.
Yeah, like, no joke. I knew a dude who would do like fishing shit back in Florida and said they would throw the net down and pull out bricks of blow.
Dude, what's up? Let's go.
Okay, we're going to Florida right now.
Like that Gold Rush show. Let's start a business,
Yeah.
but it's cocaine.
Exactly. Get some jet skis.
Call it Coke Rush.
I know a guy. Let's fucking go. Let's get jet skis, fucking whores, Lamborghinis. What are we doing?
Yeah,
boys.
Get the fuck up out of here.
So by the time this gets back to this dude, he has this like crackhead who's employed by him, this like pillhead.
Yeah.
And they find out that the street value of however much the guy said it was like $1 million, $2 million around there.
That's a lot of money.
So they're like, okay, we need to figure out a way to like go dig it up from where this guy buried it and then bring it back to Florida. And then they had a guy who was going to distribute it for them in Florida.
Yeah.
And so they go out there, they completely fuck up. This guy's so out of shape he can't fucking dig it up. And then
You shouldn't be fucking dealing drugs if you can't dig them out of the ground.
and this other dude is so fucked up and he didn't have his pain pills, so he started like fucking going through withdrawals and was like throwing up. And the
Sounds like a great team here.
And so they met.
This guy's just wheezing.
So they met with this fucking drug trafficker while they were there, and then he was like, and then so they completely failed, and they go back and they're like, I'm not gonna fucking do this shit. We can't dig it out. The ground's too hard. Like we're not gonna be able to get it out. We're not gonna be able to get it to Florida. There's no fucking point. And so the drug trafficking dude in Puerto Rico keeps on contacting him. He's like, hey, you know what? What I'll do is I'll just dig it up for you, and then I'll bring it there, and then you'll get your cut. No big deal.
Yeah.
And so the dude's like, all right, sure. Turns out this dude in Florida got busted by the cops. This dealer in Florida, the one who told him about what the street value was, got busted by the cops and became an informant.
Oh my God.
And so the drug trafficker they were meeting in Puerto Rico was a fucking DEA agent.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
Jesus.
Was this a true story?
Yeah,
or
it's a
based
true story.
On,
Yeah.
okay.
And so they after they dig it up there, they deliver it to fucking Florida, and the guy drops it off, and he opens the trunk, and all the fucking shit's in the trunk, and then they all get swarmed by the fucking
Of course.
by law enforcement.
Your first drug deal.
Yeah.
Busted.
I was just trying to feed my kids.
And the best part is the fucking informant got away scot free.
Oh man.
Of course. Yeah, the first one you
Very
do.
first fucking.
That's why anything you do in life, you got to go slow because you don't know the pitfalls. You have no idea.
Yeah.
You can't go 10 deep in the game or whatever it is.
Hey,
you
bro,
know?
I got a kilo of cocaine. What's up?
Yeah, I mean, they're like years
Meanwhile,
deep.
you're like, let's get the fishing nets.
Who's got the jet ski?
Yeah, start slow. Sell grams at the high school.
Yeah,
Whatever.
see, that's the problem. Like, it all sounds like, hunky dory if you got 2 kilos of cocaine, but you got to move it.
Yeah, you just don't know.
It's like those people who aren't like into organized crime and they try to hire a hitman.
Yeah.
And it's always a fucking FBI agent.
Yeah, because they're on Craigslist. I need someone dead. Like, you're not gonna get John Wick off fucking Craigslist.
You might though.
I mean,
Hey, times are tough, man.
times are tough. Yeah, I mean,
There's a YouTube video of where they interviewed. Fuck, I wish I remembered his name. He's like that. What you would picture to be a hitman.
Yeah.
He's got the accent. He's like fucking from New York, Jewish guy.
Iceman?
It was in the maybe.
Was the Iceman Jewish?
This was in this. Dude, the video's old. The video's like in the 70s or the 80s.
He didn't kill anybody during the Sabbath.
Yeah, that's why they call it. Anyway, if you ever get a chance to watch it, watch it. It's
I
funny.
think it is the Iceman, right?
Yeah. It's an old
Iceman
video.
was 90s, I thought.
Oh, was it?
I thought he was 80s.
That dude was scary.
80s, 90s, yeah.
You've seen that, right?
Oh, yeah.
That dude's scary.
Yeah.
Like just when you're looking at him talk,
Yeah.
he's kind of looking through you
Well,
or the
yeah.
camera. I mean, whatever.
He would go like murk like 2 people and then just go have dinner with his family.
Yeah.
His family thought he was the most loving man in
know.
the world.
It reminds me of Tony Soprano when he stomps he has that Polish dude bite the chair and he stomps his head. And then he goes to the family therapy session and he looks at the cuff of his fucking pants and there's a tooth in it.
Yeah.
And he's like, hmm? He just casually fucking takes it out.
Yeah, that's scary. Anyone who can do something like that and
Without
just
any remorse or
break off like that, that's really, really scary.
Like Ted Bundy.
Yeah. But Ted Bundy, I mean, wait, is Ted Bundy the guy that was killing gay
Young-
Asian men?
No, he was the young girls. Ted
He was
Bundy
young
killed a
girls.
bunch of
Yeah.
Who was the
girls.
guy killing young Asian men?
Is that Dahmer?
Dahmer. Yeah.
He ate the motherfuckers.
Yeah, he ate them, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
he ate 'em.
He got caught, right, because a guy got away.
Yeah,
And the police
One of them
found him on the
escaped.
street.
Dude, he had like a pair of testicles or a head
Yeah, he
boiling
had
on his stove.
He
when
had
they
like a head in
fucking-
the freezer too, right? Or
Yeah,
some shit
dude.
like that.
Wouldn't of all the things to eat, wouldn't gay Asian men taste the worst?
I mean, that's
Like
not
shit and fish.
that's not out of the question.
It's exotic, okay?
Who would taste the best? That's a question.
Jesus.
Not black people. Newports, Hennessy, fucking
fried chicken?
Well, I mean, you got to look at this like you have to have a certain amount of fat, but you
Yeah.
can't have too much fat.
Yeah.
But you got to eat
Yeah,
healthy.
You want a nice marbling.
Yeah.
Nice marbling. Yeah.
No, I think white people because you know
Yeah.
they're organic. You know what I mean?
I don't know. There's some white
Drinking
people
a
that
lot
eat
of water.
McDonald's like 3 meals a day, dude.
Some grass-fed vegans.
No, yeah.
The white people around this neighborhood are disgusting.
Yes, you're driving through.
I would never.
I would never.
I would never eat any of you.
If you were the last
Yeah.
meal on earth, I would.
if we were on,
Yeah.
if we were on Donner Pass,
Yeah, you got to do like a grass-fed CrossFitter.
yeah, see, that's what I'm
where it's
thinking.
at,
Though.
yeah.
Yeah.
no, they're too in shape.
What? You think so?
Yeah.
What about no? But if you eat like elk or something, there's no fat on that thing. It tastes great.
I think if you're in the
It's too
situation when you're
gamey.
hacking off someone's ass cheek to live, I don't think you really care.
Yeah, that goes deep. That Dahmer story or Donner Pass or whatever. That's
Now the question: are you going with some nice bottle of Chianti and some fava beans?
fava beans.
What were you saying about the Donner
Donner
fucking
Pass
party?
when they ate people.
Yeah, the Donner Party.
Yeah, the Donner Party.
Donner Party.
Was it a
5?
plane crash?
No. That was a different. I think it's a movie.
That was Alive.
Yeah.
Alive was the movie about the plane
Yeah,
crash. Yeah.
it's a good movie.
There were no planes during the
Yeah.
Donner Party.
Yeah, but this is like 1800s, right, or something.
like the-
Oh,
It was like
is this
the
when they
Oregon-
tried to find a
Oregon Trail
path
days.
through the
yeah,
Rockies
and
or something?
it's funny. I was just watching
It's the
something about
Sierras.
this.
Does Donner Pass is the Sierras, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
it's kind of
it's
by
near
like
Yosemite,
Tahoe.
yeah.
And they were
Yosemite.
warned over and over and over, don't go that way,
Yeah.
don't go that way. There's too much snow. And they're just like, yeah, fuck off.
Weren't they Mormons? I feel like they were Mormons.
Maybe, yeah. Like, fuck off. We're going to go through this way while there's a blizzard. Yeah, good call.
Yeah, let me put on my tire chains.
wagon.
Yeah, and then you got to go through the steps. I think it's so crazy because they had to go through the steps where first we eat the ox, then we eat the horse, and then we're drawing straws.
And then-
like, you know what I mean? Like,
and then we eat my son.
Wait,
Yeah.
were they killing people though to eat them, or were they
not
dying?
Not at first, because people died in the beginning. So then they were just eating the bodies. Like,
Dude, you know if you're an injured or like a weak person and you're watching them go through the horses and the
Yeah.
cattle and the dogs
Yeah.
and they're gone, you know you're like,
yeah.
fuck.
That's when you're in the back going, let the bodies hit them. Let the bodies
Dude,
hit
that's where you're strangling your fucking kid.
them. Yeah, right?
They'll eat him.
Yeah, you hit your wife, strangling, like she died. I don't know. It's crazy.
She must have been sick. She was fine when she went to bed.
Weird. I don't know what happened. Chop it up, boys.
Hey, what's over there?
Exactly. Oh, look at that.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
So gross. So is any big projects coming up? Anything you want to announce?
Yeah, a couple things. For
Okay.
one, releasing our movie A Grunt's Life.
Oh, nice.
It's a movie now.
We redid the show,
Okay.
completely redid it. Now it's a movie.
Okay.
So that's done.
Hell yeah.
We don't know if we're going to sell it to a distributor or release it ourselves.
Right.
But so that's coming soon. And then the next show after this one, Recruiter Show, is it's called Team Bamf.
Yeah.
And it's like it is just like South Park meets Robot Chicken, but for a Marine Infantry fire team.
I like it.
Nice.
And it is
Sounds
like,
like an entertaining shit show.
it is all of the most wrong, atrocious, violent, perverted jokes that you could make.
Yeah.
Is in this show.
I like it.
And when you do a cartoon, you get away with a lot more.
100%.
Yeah.
And we didn't. These are two creators, two former infantry guys, who are now trying to make a living as artists. And
Are they animators? Or they're
no,
the
not
writers
animators.
of the.
They're the writers
Okay.
of it, and then they build the sets and
That's
put
rad.
everything together. They're called Veteran Standard Issue. So they're the creators of this thing. That's cool. And we are buying the rights to it. So this is actually the second time. First one was Drunken Debrief.
Yeah.
And this is the second show where we are licensing from someone else, and it is going to absolutely kill it. It is what it's this psychotic humor, nonstop, and it's just like all the jokes that you wish you could see.
Yeah.
These guys put in there. It's absolutely brilliant.
Nice.
That's outstanding.
How did you actually come up with the idea to do this? Is this something you always wanted to do? Or?
At 19 years old, my dream was to create my own version of Happy Madison Productions.
Okay.
It's like I want to make movies and I want to have a company filled with my friends and family.
Nice.
As soon as I heard that, I was like, that life sounds really cool. I have to make that happen one day.
Yeah.
I thought it would be after I wanted to be in the Marines for a bit and then go be a teacher and a coach. So I thought it'd be after that because my parents taught me to be like really conservative and shit. But
So
then,
your initial plans weren't anything to do with vets or things of that nature. You
No.
just wanted to create that.
yeah, I just figured these losers needed a hand, and I figured, okay, I'll help them out.
Yeah, of course.
Fucking nerds.
I guess.
Fine, I guess I'll go. Sure.
You fucking owe me, bro. You fucking owe me.
All right, I'll do you guys a solid.
Okay.
So my buddy ended up smoking himself, and that was what led me down the path to doing things for veterans because I was like, I knew that I could create something that helped, and all I wanted to do is be a comedian and make people laugh. So I'm like, well, I'm really good at making these people laugh because we've got a really special sense of humor that
Absolutely.
a lot of people don't understand.
Definitely.
And I like that connection that I have to our audience, to our community. And I was like, I know I'm going to get a lot of attention, so why don't I use this attention and put a positive message behind it? While I have their attention, introduce them to something good. And as we know, the veteran community is full of fuck-ups.
Yeah, right.
And there are ways in which all of us and the staff and the writers, we all know people who have had shitty experiences, and we've all had our own shitty experiences. And so it's like, let's try and write things that make people laugh and want to watch, but also have good messages for them.
Yeah.
You're kind of like Barry from fucking that HBO show.
Someone just said that. But I need to watch it.
Yeah, you mentioned.
How do you get permission, like, to film, like the barracks? What is it? Stories in the barracks or something like that?
Meanwhile in the barracks.
Yeah, meanwhile in the barracks. How do you get permissions? I guess.
don't.
Okay.
Don't get permission. We build all the sets.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought that was filmed fucking at Pendleton.
Yeah.
For sure.
They actually,
How the fuck they get to do that, man? That's so cool.
they actually use porn sets.
No, they turn into porn sets.
That's legit.
Well, you gotta
If you
split the
got
cost.
tricked. That's legit.
I for sure thought that was like filmed at Pendleton. I was like, how the fuck fucking they getting approved to do that shit? That's fucking dope.
That is a
Fooled me.
testament to the hard work of
Yeah.
our crew.
Dope, man. That's
They
really
are
good.
amazing. They make amazing things happen.
That's fucking funny.
How many you got on your crew?
So we have 15 full-time staff now. Soon to be 16, 17.
Hey, my man.
Hey,
In a minute.
play your cards right. Hey.
No, he's so talented. We're like, we have to snag him.
Yeah.
But when we are on set, which is like once every 6 weeks, we film for 2 weeks straight. We rent a couple Airbnbs. We stuff all of our full-time staff in them, and then we hire out another, 20 to 40 cast and crew
Yeah.
for every production.
Oh wow, that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
So they don't all stay in them, but a lot of them do. So we're filling up the Airbnbs, and we go to set, and we're working like 14-hour days on set, coming home, rehearsing the actors for the next day in the Airbnb / partying / trying to ignore the party, and then getting up and it's doing that for 2 weeks. It's really a lot of fun.
Is that all filmed in like in San Diego or
Riverside.
Riverside?
Mostly
Okay.
Riverside, just because of the deals that we get, because of how good the Riverside Film Commission is, really.
Okay.
If San Diego Film Commission would take a fucking lesson from Riverside, we'd probably film in San Diego a lot
I
more.
don't even know what a film commission is. Like, fuck. I didn't know. I didn't know it was that deep. I thought you just fucking.
I think
set up
the
cameras
real
and go.
issue is that a lot of more people want to come to San Diego and not so much Riverside, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
But we pull most of our cast and crew from Los Angeles. That's just the talent pool for filmmaking in the world.
And Riverside's
Yeah.
a hell of a lot closer.
Exactly. So there's we have to pay extra money for a certain distance for them, and so Riverside it ends up working out great.
These goddamn unions.
Goddamn labor laws.
Back in my day, we used to take you out back and beat you with a hose.
Yeah.
Love it.
Well, anything else you want to throw out there?
Yeah. Just I know there's a lot of military who follow you guys. And to all of you.
Yeah, because of these fuckers. For
Yeah.
Sure.
But even just when we post like a military meme on there, it gets a ton of
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because they're so grateful to see that from you.
Oh, yeah,
Every
yeah.
now and then, oh, there it is!
Yep,
Finally,
there
they
it
got
is.
us.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's that mentality actually that our business is built on. Is we know that we can recreate our experiences, and we can make those who lived them feel special.
Yeah.
because the only military stuff in film and television is like Navy SEALs and infantry, and that's it. And we like to make stuff about the truck drivers, and admin, and MPs, and every different job in the military. And those who lived it, they watch it, and it becomes their favorite show in the world.
Yeah, absolutely, 'cause that's why I liked it so much. Because I'm a subscriber, but
thank you.
I was able to relate to a lot of shit. Just the wording, everything. I was like, dude, this shit is fucking dope.
It's like even back in the day, I remember the only thing that I've ever seen. Before I ran into VetTV, the only thing I've ever seen that was ever like, oh, that's it right there, was Generation Kill. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
100%.
was dope.
It was like, oh, this is exactly how it's like. You got this master sergeant running around screaming at people over nothing. It's like, oh my! Again, we're talking about the beanies. It's like we're about to invade Iraq, and we're talking about if you can wear watch caps between this time and this time. It's like that kind of shit. Definitely. But I remember watching that and going, oh, this is the only one. It's like all the rest of them, there's some elements, but like it's dumb conversations. It's a shit, Like I was sitting with my buddy in a Humvee, and he just, those milkshakes and those MREs. Like that's how stupid you get. Is we're just sitting there. We've been there for hours and hours, just waiting and waiting and waiting. And he fills the milkshake, he shakes it, and then he just pours it down his face and all down his vest. And I laughed for like an hour. I couldn't stop laughing, and people were coming over like, "What the fuck? Like, what are you guys doing?" I couldn't stop laughing. He's just covered in this milkshake all on his vest. But it's shit like that, like just over and over shit like that happens. Anyway, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I like the way you kill your CO in Grunt's life. How you always have that vision of killing him. That shit's fucking funny. Kills with blood splatters everywhere. He gets his pancakes, dips it in the blood, eats it. Like all the Marines in the back just slow clap. Like, dude, hell yeah, bro.
Love it.
Yeah,
Love
man.
It turns out that so many more people other than me had those same fantasies.
Same here. Yeah, I had a dickhead Puerto Rican gunny that was fucking short and had short man syndrome. I was like, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, short man syndrome.
Yeah, dude.
That's so cool.
Yeah, definitely has
Especially
some
those
vision.
feisty Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely got some stories. I feel like you guys could incorporate maybe into some skits or something like that.
We would
Definitely.
love to have you in our office one day.
Yeah.
We're trying to create we just moved in. We're making like a playground for creators, for filmmakers and storytellers. And so we're going to have several sets there in different rooms. And we'd love for you guys to come up and use our sets.
This
and
sounds like a
make something
recruiting
together.
tactic.
Yeah.
Hey, look, guys, talent knows talent.
He's like, we got a leather couch. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Next thing you know, you're living in the barracks.
No,
Dom's like, when can I get my Camaro?
36 APR.
Yeah, exactly.
All this for a fucking challenger?
Well,
like
good
it.
shit. Let's pop this E. We do a stupid thing after every episode. E. But let's pop that and get out of here.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that complex.
Not-
you could follow along
It's not,
pretty
it's not
easily.
real E. We're just going to make a noise.
Yeah.
We pop Molly after every episode. All right. Well,
let's get
good
out
show,
of here,
boys.
guys.
Thanks, VetTV.
Yeah,
Alright.
for sure.
Thank you very much for having us. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, that was fun.
Alex, you want to sound us off, Alex? No, I was hoping you were going to go 1, 2, 3 or something.
Yeah, I figured you started
1,
to count. 2,
3.